Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, if you're new here, then welcome. It's always great to have new people. As you see, I was doing a reading, and I just feel like a lot of you guys will be able to resonate with it. I feel like you're putting an end to something. I feel like you've broken some type of twin flame cycle. And when I say broken, I mean you're just ascending. You're possibly ascending to something that's more in alignment with you. So a soulmate connection that's not filled with obsession, lust, low vibrations overall. All right, so let's get into this message. Some of you guys could be on your cycle, or something about the moon is very significant. All right, but I feel like you're ascending from certain karmic connections. These connections were filled with lessons, helping you see what you need to heal, work on, whether that was insecurities, self-love. And you may have come into these people energy to help them align into more divine energy instead of karmic. Now, a lot of times these people don't align while they are in your energy. It's usually rare for them to do so. But I feel like you guys are ascending from a certain twin flame union. You're coming into a more soulmate connection, which is more divinely aligned. Your ideal person. And this could be you coming into the most authentic version of yourself and attracting a love connection that is in alignment with you. This person is already healed, balanced, stable, whatever the case may be. And when I say healed, I mean they know how to love, they know how to receive love, and they won't dish out trauma. Okay, similar to the energy that you're in. All right. The person who was a twin flame, or who you possibly wanted a union with, I'm not seeing that that's going to happen in this lifetime for some of you guys, if not all of you. And that's okay, because at least you can come into union with someone who doesn't hurt you. Because I know a lot of you guys, you're star seeds, you're earth angels, you have high honor, very beautiful energy. All right. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for double tapping the screen. You guys could be seeing ones, twos. You can even be seeing 1, 2, 3. I just feel like you're coming into alignment and ascension. You could be having ascension symptoms. This message may not be for everyone, so only take the messages how they resonate. If you hear any background music or people talking, my apologies for that. I feel like somebody tried to impersonate a divine masculine energy, or maybe they were trying to come into that energy, but it just wasn't that easy for them. And maybe you thought that this person was more of a soulmate energy, but I feel like you're learning things. You're learning who you are. Platonic and romantic connections are significant. May I please have messages for the collective? Accurate and concise messages only. What's going on? What is this message here for the collective? Yeah. This is trusted energy, trusted source, coming from a trusted source. And basically it talks about valid, accurate, right? Look. And we have occupation. Some of you guys, your career could be significant. Relationships. I'm seeing a job, a title, a position. So you're somebody who's trusting, like a trusted individual, reliable. Could be a person of high honor. Angel number 22 could be significant. Yeah, and then I'm seeing karmic masculine. So any and everyone can be in divine, can be in masculine energy, feminine energy. But when these energies are balanced, it puts these individuals in, like, okay, you're balancing out the divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, you're balancing out this and you're balancing out that. Right? Divine feminine doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. Divine masculine doesn't necessarily have to be a male. They are energies. And I feel like a lot of you guys are balancing out the two, and you're attracting someone who's also coming to this energy. However, there's a karmic masculine coming out in your energy. Okay? And they could have attached some type of entity on you. Like maybe you've connected with this person, had sexual relations, something, and I feel like whatever entity was attached to their energy, it became in your energy. Like for instance, if they were insecure, then you've become insecure, right? But I'm seeing that this is someone who enters your life to teach you difficult lessons, reveal wounds, and to help you break unhealthy cycles. It's more of yeah, that's basically what it consists of. Rather than building a healthy divine connection, okay, you're usually tied by this situation by karma, not necessarily destiny. All right, it's this person or energy is here to help you learn lessons about self-worth, healing, and to break karmic or toxic patterns. Okay, so this could be a person that lies, manipulates, they come off jealous, they could have put you in third parties, or they have third party situations going on, just very chaotic. This could be a person that is, I thought I seen insensitive, so maybe this person is insensitive, but they can come up as inconsistent and emotionally immature. Okay, they can also come off as a person who breadcrumbs, strings you along, just very chaotic energy, lifestyle. They're not a stable or aligned version of themselves. Okay, so this is valid, this is accurate, that this is a karmic masculine, because sometimes we can confuse, sometimes we feel like, oh, maybe it's just a product of their past, and you know that's interfering with this and that. You could have a point, like whatever they went through, a lot of times that's why people are in low vibrational energy, etc., and they become the like lower versions of themselves. But we're not here to save people. We're not here to drown ourselves and risk our own hearts, hoping that somebody gets in a better energy just because we love them and we want it to work out. Relationships aren't hard. People make them that way. Now, you don't have to leave these people's energy upset, hurt, etc. So if some of you guys ended up reconciling, because it is a Mercury retrograde, and I feel like everything was just divinely aligned, like maybe that led you to no longer have as much resentment or hurt in your heart. Okay, or maybe some of you guys, you ended up relearning certain lessons that you've already learned before. All right, but yes, this person is in karmic energy. And yes, you are not. Okay, you could be a mature woman is significant. If this is your energy, you could just be coming up as Empress energy. Maybe you're an older woman, whether it's by age or just because you're extremely wise. All right, or a mature woman could just be significant. Maybe the mature woman is connected to the karmic masculine, or maybe you know, it really all depends. Apply the messages how it fit for you. This message may not be for everyone. It is a collective. It's not a personal. I advise you guys to get on the list and get your own messages, questions, readings. The list is open. Okay. So let's see. Confirm this karmic masculine. I wanted to confirm the mature woman. Okay. So this karmic masculine could be showing up as a nice guy. Right? So maybe this is a person with good traits and bad traits. Maybe they try to come up as generous and emotionally balanced, right? But the thing is, they still have work that they need to do. That's why they are still in karmic masculine energy. So, confirm mature woman. Maybe you feel like you could trust this individual, but the thing is, they're not safe. It's not safe to be in a connection with this person because they're here to teach you lessons. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you had this strong belief that something will happen. Like maybe you had expectations for this person or this connection, or this mature woman did, whoever the mature woman is. Once again, gender fluid by all means. Gender is created by a human, created by man. These are mainly energies. Okay, so mature woman, yes, a lot of times you can see it as an older woman or a wise woman, or you can take out the gender and just see it as an energy, right? Someone who possesses Empress energy and who may be older, whether it's, and if it's metaphorically, then the older energy could just be like wisdom. Okay, any more messages here for the collective? Yeah, see, you guys, or whoever this sweetheart is, which is the Queen of Cups, a very compassionate, emotionally balanced individual. So I feel like you guys, you came in this energy. You know, maybe you thought this was a Queen of Cups, King of Cups situation. Maybe you thought you were the sweetheart and they were the nice guy. But in actuality, you were the Queen of Cups who was valid. You were accurate. Whatever energy you possessed, that was true. That was real. Now with this other person, they possibly came off as somebody who was generous, nice, emotionally balanced, but they also had certain low vibrational energy, right? Like they would lie, they would manipulate, possibly they could have been quite jealous, etc. The energy we talked about earlier, right? So it possibly, I don't know if some of y'all got confused because this person had like two separate traits that literally were not the same. But I feel like now you guys are experiencing an awakening. Okay, I feel like you've been embodying self-love, or maybe you're encouraged to. But yeah, this person who's showing up as a nice guy, they're not who you think they are. They still have things that they need to work on, and they still are able to cause problems in the connection and hinder, you know, a lot of things. I feel like you are not showing up as a karmic. You show up as literally a sweetheart. Okay, Queen of Cups energy, somebody who is valid and accurate. They are not masquerading as a friend. They are not in karmic energy and masquerading as divine energy like this other person is. And I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose, but some of them could. They could be masquerading, setting an illusion, and others, they're probably just operating as a nice guy, but they are karmic. Okay? Now, past, present, future energy is significant. Okay, but maybe, like I said, you guys expected something. Maybe you had this strong belief that something will happen, or they had this strong belief that something will happen when it came to you. Yeah, so a tower moment could have happened. Something could have happened out of the blue. It could have been chaotic. It could have caused something to be dismantled and broken down. But as you know, anything that goes through a tower moment was necessary, because a lot of times things don't get built on solid foundation. And when they don't, like cause and effect, it has to tumble down. Okay, so I feel like in the past, present, or possible future, there is a tower moment here. Okay. And maybe this tower moment could have just been you guys having an awakening, right? These people could have came off as annoying of some sort. Like, you'll know, it just didn't seem like alignment. It just seemed like it didn't fit, or it seemed like maybe you love these people, so it was kind of bittersweet and you were still trying to hold on. But I just feel like you're naturally just ascending, you know? Can't take people with you who are not meant to come. And I say they're not meant to come because obviously they're still in just certain energy. Like I said, this was an unexpected surprise. Okay? This was shocking. Maybe to you, maybe to both of you guys. Confirmed surprise. So, yeah. The surprise was a form of change. Whether it was the change in you, it was just surprising. Maybe you surprised yourself. Maybe you surprised these individuals. Confirmed destruction. Yeah, see, most definitely karmic connection. Right. I feel like with this destruction here is coming out with the King of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. Things that were not stable, were not committed, right? Things had to get shaken up. Confirm this rich guy, stable, committed energy. Yeah, and I feel like now something else is about to happen unexpectedly, and it's about to be some unexpected money that ties to an earth angel. So maybe an earth angel is going to come into union with a rich guy, somebody who's stable, committed. Maybe this could be within business. Maybe you, earth angel, are preoccupied with financial matters, and there is some money that's going to be coming in that you don't see coming. Okay, I feel like God's hands energy is touching this. Okay, and I feel like this was because of some good karma, right? So a lot of you guys are reaping what you have sown, because maybe you were just this earth angel, you know, earth angel, starseed, empress, emperor, and I feel like this is paying off. So you're being rewarded in the form of karma, and karma is just cause and effect, right? So for those who have done you wrong, etc., they will be receiving the end of the stick of karma in a not so grand way, right? And you, however, for those who have been, you know, in operating from integrity, etc., you guys are going to be receiving the energy of dharma, I believe, just the good side of karma, right? I feel like you were in this energy of being filled with love and filled with admiration, and there may be some type of entity on you, like maybe there's depression, maybe whoever energy you were in, their energy rubbed off on you, and whatever entity they had on you jumped, you know, had on them, jumped right onto you, right? But I'm seeing enamored, filled with love, filled with admiration, but I'm also seeing entity attachment. So outside energy attaching itself to a living person's energy field. You know, baby mother, baby father energy could be significant. I was getting this baby dad energy. Yeah. People fuck with certain people. Excuse my language. Right. This was just like a mirror soulmate. All right. The purpose was to help you grow and awaken and evolve through self-reflection. All right. Usually twin flames reflect your inner self back to you. All right. Helps you to see what you need to heal. Okay. Helps you see what needs to grow, and vice versa. You know, I feel like both of you guys play this role in each other's lives, which makes it the twin flame. All right. Usually this connection reflects emotions, desires, insecurities, and things that are unhealed. So a lot of times certain connections are meant to be, but they're not meant to stay, especially because the people don't all the time do all the work that's necessary for the connection to bloom, because it takes both parties, right, to heal, to come into better energy, etc. So maybe these individuals did not come into that energy, and you're attracting somebody who's already in a stable energy. All right, but I don't feel like you see this coming, and I also don't feel like that you see your finances or career is about to be better. Okay. Somebody could be evil eyeing you when it comes to you rising up. You could be rising up spiritually, with professionally. Okay, but yeah, this twin flame energy, both parties are getting karma, but one person may be getting karma while the other is getting dharma. Okay, one person is getting good karma, the other person is getting, you know, what they deserve. Or really what they put out, the energy that they put out. And I'm not saying that they're going to get exactly back done to them what they have done to others. Now they could, but I just feel like this is, you know, no longer having access to a good-hearted, loving individual because they didn't show up in that energy. You know, it's just like that. And I feel like you guys are coming into energies with people who do show up in that energy, whether it's friends, new love situations in the form of romance. All right. Opposition, yeah. Foe or enemy. A lot of you guys were sleeping with the enemy. And a lot of you guys, romance is coming out, but your family and friend situations could also be significant. A lot of you guys, you need new friends. You're moving on from certain family members, or at least that's what your higher self was encouraging you to do, because you just outgrew a lot of things. A lot of people didn't reciprocate certain energy that an earth angel and a starseed deserves. You know, I feel like y'all been beat the hell up and you didn't deserve any of these things. You know, confirm opposition. This looks like it want to come out. Confirm opposition. Right. So ritual is out here, which is basically something that's a meaningful and intentional practice that's repeated. All right. Actions used to honor something, create change, connect spiritually, and set an intention. Okay. And the first energy that came out was the entity attachment. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be coming into a better energy. Maybe doing some type of protection or self-care ritual could really help. Whether you use candles or not, a spiritual bath could be significant. Meditation, journaling, etc. Anything to get this this entity off of you that was on this person. It's still on this person, but energy is energy. And I feel like it jumped onto you, which could just be in the form of low vibrations. Okay. But these people most definitely were the opposition. All right. They were just not on your team, seems like, you know, because they caused distress. They caused, maybe this was a physical situation. Things got physical. And you just don't do that with people who you love. You know, I feel like you guys are sweethearts and you deserve nice people as well in your energy. You don't deserve for people to come in and, you know, bless their heart, because a lot of things stem down from childhood and trauma and all this. But they can't be coming out here treating a good person horrible. You know, whether it's friends, family, or lovers, strangers, it just doesn't matter. You know, I feel like you're always a team player. I feel like you're always loving, caring. Empress energy, divine, Emperor energy, just divine. And I feel like you guys were connecting with people. It's like sleeping with the enemy, really. You know? Somebody could have even constantly did some type of ritual. All right. This could be someone that you knew in your childhood, or this could be someone who is baby dad, baby mom energy, right? Someone who you had a child by. This can also be in the form of fresh starts and new beginnings. Okay, so a literal child could be significant, or fresh start in new beginnings. See, you was dealing with people when they seen you change. They didn't like this very much. And I feel like you're gonna, some of these people, they weren't hating on it at all, right? Or at least they were trying to come off as if they didn't hate this or whatever. But being in karmic energy and also being of the opposition, it just makes no sense for you to still come off as somebody who's a friend instead of a foe. So maybe they just tried to, maybe this was just filled with an illusion. You have to trust what people show you. A lot of people, they weren't in tune with their heart spaces. You showed up as a Queen of Cups while other people showed up as the Queen of Swords, but impersonating a King of Cups. Okay, I feel like heartbreak and despair was all that you received from these connections. And I don't feel like you expected any of this to happen. And a lot of people, including yourself, didn't expect you to come into this type of change that you've come into. Some of these people probably thought you was just basic, etc. Whole time you give Earth Angel, Star Seed. Yeah. I feel like what changed you was the heartbreak, was the despair from those who you loved. And a lot of these people, they just kept operating in this energy continuously because they had an entity attached to their energy. So instead of showing up how you show up for them, they showed up as like an enemy. And you can love people from a distance, but I mean, just got to do what's best for you. But I feel like your career is shifting. Your energy overall is shifting. Your finances. All right, tell me more about trusted. Confirm trusted. Yeah, confusion or illusion. Y'all thought something was valid or accurate, but it was really, this was really an illusion. And I feel like y'all were, that's why you were confused, because it was an illusion. But I feel like maybe you were being mature about it. Maybe you were being, you know, a sweetheart about it. Maybe you had an expectation. Confirm this karmic masculine. So this could be male or woman. Yeah, I feel like you guys are moving on. You're moving forward from this karmic masculine. And I feel like you're going far away. Like I'm seeing someone 10 miles out. For some of y'all, this karmic masculine is being forced to leave. So maybe some of y'all, this karmic is leaving you. Probably because you didn't leave them. Confirm the Queen of Cups. Right. We got family coming out. You treated everybody greatly, even strangers. Confirm family. Yeah, mentally and emotionally unstable. I feel like you were a sweetheart. And then y'all had family who treated you pretty badly because they were already in this mentally and emotionally unstable energy. They were coming off as crazy, distressed, deranged. And then they caused you to be in this energy too. It was your own family or people who you had kids by or people who you looked at as family. And the crazy thing is you were a sweetheart to everyone. Angel number 21 could be significant. Angel number 76. Okay, February 1st. July 6th. 2021. 1976. 1967. 3:15 p.m. or a.m. could be significant. Yeah, I feel like you were just filled with love and people admired you. But you were dealing with people who were mentally and emotionally unstable. And then you've become mentally and emotionally unstable. And you still tried to stick around. But people were they were an enemy, honestly. And I feel like you guys operated in your North Node, which is high vibration. That's why you attract things that are good. This is talking about positive energy, spiritual alignment, okay? Light, peace, strength, positive frequencies, calm, grounded, clear-headed individuals who are protected and connected to spirit, people who are grateful, people who have self-respect, okay? I'm seeing love, joy, inner peace, healthy boundaries. So even while you still was operating this energy, some people were upset about this as well. Like, how dare you have boundaries towards me? How dare you, da-da-da? I mean, y'all are just extremely psychic and intuitive. But a lot of times you could wear your heart on your sleeve and you could self-sacrifice a lot of times. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you're moving forward from energies that are karmic. Whether it's female, male, family, friends, lovers. I just feel like you're moving forward from karmic energy. Also doing things that are of that energy. Confirm. And yeah, some people could be mad about this. Or maybe you have certain anger or hostility towards people. And it makes sense. Because for so long, people have been very hurtful and spiteful, etc. towards you when they didn't even have to be. When you didn't give them reasons to be. Confirm the nice guy. And that's why I feel like you guys are now attracting this nice guy. Confirm nice guy. Now, by all means, gender fluid, okay? Nice guy, it can be a woman or it can be a male. But this person is most definitely, wow, this person is going to be filled with love and admiration. And I feel like this is going to be somebody who you have some type of contract with, or who you're going to get married to. This is someone who's prosperous. They are wealthy within their energy and finances. This is someone who's disciplined. So this is somebody who can even create prosperity in a abundant way. So I feel like you were always this person. You were the nurturer. You were the person that creates. And you don't just create something, you keep up with it as well. Okay? You turn a house into a home. You turn $1 into $100, you know?
You now.
Maybe some of you guys unknowingly were just moving with your inner knowing and your intuition. And I feel like it's leading you towards like fresh starts and new beginnings that you actually deserve. Okay? Some of y'all, this happened out the blue. But some of y'all, you just were operating in alignment. And that's why all these things are happening for you. Yeah. People are evil-eyed. And this could be people who you know, but it also can be strangers. They're evil-eyeing your career, your finances, who you are. They're evil-eyeing you because they are jealous of what you have, who you are. Some of you guys may not see people as enemies, but they most definitely are enemies. They're the opposite. They're the opposition. See, evil eye can be in the form of literally they're gazing or staring at you in a certain way, like a negative way. Doing this can even be believed to cause some type of material harm as well. They're evil eyeing you to the point to where Any messages here for the collective? Look, manipulation. These people are trying to control things in a clever or unfair way. They're trying to control or influence someone or something cleverly or unfairly. It's not going to work. The devil can't play God. There are gods and goddesses, but if you're operating in low vibrational energy, that is not of divinity. So you can't be out here trying to play in this energy because you have no rights to it. You have no access to it anyway. That's like a low-level spirit trying to, like, it's just not, it doesn't go together. That's like 1 + 1 = 0. 1 + 1 = 15. It's like, it just doesn't. So they've tried to manipulate. They tried to send evil eye. They caused distress and heartbreak in your life. And people are getting karma for this. Whether they intentionally did things, didn't fix what they've done, kept doing things, whatever it is, people are getting their karma. And I feel like you're moving forward from people in karmic energy. Whether it's family, friends, love, anybody. Anybody. And I feel like that's because you're operating from your North Node. And you're literally ascending and you're literally in alignment. You was so hurt, hair messed up, eyes filled with tears, snotty nose. But guess what? Now real love is here. Wow, and it just slept out in the reverse. Some people, they didn't want you to have this. Some people, they tried to impersonate being real and genuine, and they weren't. You was going to see through it anyway. You have spiritual gifts for real. But this is real love that y'all are manifesting or that's coming in. Wow, yep, this is a romantic connection. You're receiving friendships, romance that are literally real and true and genuine because you're real, true, and genuine. And you're waking up from these illusions and confusion and you're realizing what's real and what's not. What's an illusion and what's your intuition and what's the real deal and what you should be moving forward from and towards. And I don't feel like you're moving purposely forward or towards anything specific. I just feel like you're promoting self-love. And you're preoccupied with your career or your finances. And you're letting go of a lot of things that don't serve you. A lot of people left you crying, tears. They caused you a lot of distress, you know. And I feel like you had to build yourself back up on your own. You went through the toughest battles alone. And you didn't have the very people who put you there was people who you love, people who were close to you. And they still have the audacity to constantly hurt you or whatever the case may be. But like I said, that's what karmic energies do. They are here to teach you things. And you also help them grow. It's up to them to grow, though. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. But I don't feel like y'all continue to sacrifice yourselves like y'all been doing. That's because you're learning the lessons. That's because you're changing. Realizing your worth or, you know, whatever the case may be. Now you're attracting this beautiful, beautiful relationship. This is giving power couple. And it's giving real love, true love, genuine, authentic. Can't make it up. You deserve that. Yeah. Look, I'm seeing communication, a conversation, a greeting. Somebody like, you could be speaking to them and they could be speaking to you. Just be mindful because anybody can say, hey, that's how every connection happens, right? That's how you got into a connection with your ex and your second ex and your third, right? Simply by a hello. So just be mindful. Not everybody who comes into your energy is in the best energy. So it's up for you to use your intuition and trust in your own discernment or inner wisdom. Okay? But I do feel like you're going to be coming into this connection. Maybe some people are going to try to make you feel like this is not the real deal. This is not really true. Or maybe your experiences and trauma that you're needing to heal and, you know, deprogram to reprogram and everything like that. Maybe you're going to be in this energy where you feel like it's not the real deal. Yeah, you're going to be in your head possibly. But that's false. That's negative. Literally, no pun intended. Those are negative thoughts. But this is the real deal, honey. For some of you guys, I feel like this is a new person. Honestly. I don't feel like a lot of you guys ever met this person before. Maybe in a past life. But in this current lifetime, I don't feel like y'all met before. And if you did come across them, I don't feel like y'all really built. Maybe you spoke to them before if you met them. Maybe you oh, hi, or whatever. But for others of you guys, this is most definitely a new person, for sure. Tell me more about this genuine, authentic love and romantic connection. Tell me more about that. Yeah, this is a manifestation. You manifested this person. They manifested you. Regardless, excuse me, confirmation. This is a manifestation. And somebody possibly tried to interfere with this manifestation by taking up your time, your energy, and everything else. But they can't destiny swap what's meant for you. You know how you hear about destiny swap? But last time I checked, destiny is something that is literally meant to happen for someone. It's literally written in the books for them. Now we have free will, so maybe somebody could have slowed something down. Maybe you got set back, whatever the case may be. But this is coming in, honey, by any means. I just feel like the lessons are just as grand as the blessings. From whenever you first came into the world all the way to when you check out, everything matters. Okay? It's the journey. It's the journey, but look, I'm seeing y'all coming to another destination, and this is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. See, some of y'all could have been dealing with a mature man, an older man, maybe a father figure, baby dad, lover, whatever. People who were lustful, evil eyeing you, causing you some type of worry or fear possibly, or maybe that was their own energy. But I feel like you've manifested a genuine, authentic love, especially romantic connection. But of course you can come into platonic connections, whether it's business, friendship. Of course that's going to happen. But the energy that we're mainly seeing come out was the romantic connection. So focusing on that, this was some form of manifestation. I feel like you use certain resources to bring in desires, to bring your desires into fruition. So maybe some of you guys desire genuine, authentic love, especially within romantic connections, platonic connection, and this is what's coming in. Some of you guys, this possibly is going to catch you by surprise, and I feel like that's only, and see, this can only be you coming into an awakening. There was tower moments, this and that. Now I feel like it's the awakening, and now I feel like, hey, you moving forward, and ain't no going back. That's how I feel. Tell me more about this genuine, authentic love, romantic connection. Exactly. I told y'all this is a part of good karma for you. You're actually meant to come into this type of connection. I told y'all are getting karma because you reap what you sow. And last time I checked, you are earth angel, you a star seed, you're a queen of cups, king of cups, emperor, empress. Last time I checked, I'm telling you. So this is literally, you're manifesting this, and this is literally from the consequences of who you are, which is a beautiful person. Some of you guys could be healers. And I ain't talking about the doctors, you know, the conventional, traditional medical treatments and all that. No, I'm talking about spiritual gifts. Literally. I don't know if somebody thought you was regular, but you turned out to be royalty. You turned out to be divine. A lot of you guys, before you incarnated on earth, you came from a whole nother realm, etc. Higher dimensions. A lot of you guys uplift humanity. You spread love and light and positivity and, you know, just really good energy. Some of y'all, that was your mission. And it doesn't have to be, oh yeah, you're here because of this and you need to do this. No, that's just naturally who you are. So it's like, this is like literally what you do. You know? Tell me more about this genuine, authentic love, romantic connection. Look, Hierophant, priest, contracts. This is speaking of God energy. Wow. This could be, you could be a spiritual or religious leader, or this person could be. Judgment has been made. Now, let's see when this connection is coming in. Because for some of y'all, you need time to heal. You need time to get to know who you are and focus on self. A lot of you guys, you've been in relationships back to back. And you haven't never gave your heart a break. Some of you guys are actively, mentally, and emotionally unstable. So, I mean, you know, tend to you first. Yes, this is a beautiful thing. And I know some of y'all, you can't wait. But just pour it back into yourself. You've been pouring into everybody else. Okay, just give yourself this love. Okay, do the healing work that's necessary for you. Heal your inner child. Your inner child is crying. Okay? But let's see, when is this real love, romantic relationship gonna come in? When is this real love, romantic relationship, this genuine, authentic love, romantic connection? When is this gonna come in for the collective? Oh, for some of y'all, in a few weeks, honey. That's right around the goddamn corner. See, when I think of few, I think of three. 333 could be significant. All right, and it says stop waiting. I don't know. Maybe you guys are going to be the one to pursue someone, or maybe you're going to come across this person spontaneously and just bump into them. Now, maybe it may not start off as a romantic connection. Maybe that's just when you meet them. Or maybe for some of y'all, that's when it will come into like a romantic connection. Who's to say that just because the collective is hurt that love can't happen for them right now? Because you know how you always hear, oh, before you love anybody else, you need to love yourself and da-da. I don't think y'all ever not loved yourself. I just think you needed to learn healthy boundaries and to learn what self-love was so that you can give that to yourself, you know? So I don't feel like it has to take 3 years and a decade for you to come into this. When is this genuine, authentic love relationship going to come in for the collective? Everybody's situation is different. This may even happen in the morning time. Okay? A few weeks from now. Some of you guys, when it talks about stop waiting, I think it's really just saying like stop waiting around for it, or stop waiting in the aspect of just take a leap of faith and, you know, maybe speak, maybe put yourself out there, maybe be accessible. I'm not saying go around making yourself accessible to everybody. I don't feel like everybody deserves to be in your energy. Whoever is meant to come across you, they will come across you. You'll just really have to take these messages how it fit for you. We're all different individuals. When is this genuine, authentic love relationship coming in for the collective? Somebody is evil eyeing this. When is this genuine? Look, it's not too late. For some of y'all who feel like, oh, it's too late, and it's not too late. Some of y'all, this is coming a little bit after the retrograde ends. So that's even confirmation of how you know that this person is gonna be the real deal and for you, because it's not even happening during the retrograde, which a lot of people feel skeptical of when they meet people or connect with people during this time. So this will even be confirmation for you astrologists out there, astrology girlies and guys. All right, when is this genuine, authentic love coming in for the collective? All right, so see, that was a little bit less specific on romance. So this could be more romance, right? For other people who this person won't be coming in the next few weeks for you. So this could be friends, etc., right? And it's going to be in a few months, right? Maybe in the next 3 months. Maybe you're going to meet in a setting where people are learning or teaching or whatever the case may be. Diversity is also going to be a thing, because I'm seeing Asian, African, Caucasian, different colors. This actually look like young kids. But when is this genuine, authentic love relationship coming in? Let me get one more. When is this genuine, authentic love connection coming in? When is this genuine, authentic love relationship? Yeah, confirmation, allow things to come. So confirmation, we weren't being encouraged to force this or whatever the case may be. Remember when we seen stop waiting earlier? So remember I was telling y'all that stop waiting could really just be in the form of maybe you just got it on your mind so much and you're just waiting around for it or whatever. Like, no, don't pause your life for this. Just keep doing what you're doing, healing, setting your goals and everything else. And I feel like, you know, this will come. There's many of people in the world who possess divine energy. Not just one person, not just two. So you don't ever have to feel like, oh, I missed out on my soulmate. Oh, maybe I'm too late or da-da-da. No, there's many different people. Whoever in alignment with you, that's who will be in alignment with you. You have a choice to turn it down or not. But I feel like y'all won't turn this down, because this will actually be a healthy, genuine relationship. And I feel like y'all are people who fancy relationships. I don't see you turning anything down, really. I feel like you will be accessible and they'll be accessible. I feel like that's why it's happening when it's happening. But be mindful that energy does change. Maybe this could happen a little later, you know, whatever the case may be. But I for sure, when the cards come out, honey, that's what it means. That's what I'm telling you. It don't really be a coincidence, honey. All right, I'm gonna get one more. Look, patience required. See how I'm steady asking questions about it? It's like, it's coming. Shit. Okay, let me see. When is this genuine, authentic love, romantic connection coming in for the collective? Ooh. Okay. I don't know if some of you guys are not in alignment with this, because some of you guys are not in alignment with this. And if that's the case, then you're not going to come into it in this lifetime. So I'm going to need you to, whatever you look. And that's, once again, energy, it shifts. So it doesn't have to be a definite thing. It just is. It's just the reality of one's life, you know, which can change, right? But let's see. Because I don't like how that came out. Anyway, I was going to put it back in the deck, but I just said that in case it needed to be said. So when is this genuine, authentic love, romantic relationship coming? A lot of you guys, this could be in the month of January or at a special date. Whether it's a birthday, whatever special date, right? Period. Love that for you. Beautiful, beautiful. So some of y'all, this is around the corner, actually. The beginning of the year. The ending of the year. Some of y'all, you're not in alignment with it because it's popping up as not in this lifetime for some reason. So for some of y'all, maybe this is going to be that time where you just focus on you, love you, etc. But I don't know. I wonder why it said not in this lifetime for some of y'all. Like, maybe it doesn't necessarily mean, like, not in this lifetime. And I got some more time oracles, so let's see. Sagittarius energy out here. 9 weeks to 9 months. Find a new meaning. Yeah, I feel like everything went from chaos, chaotic, worry, fear, and intense anxiety to calm, peace, tranquility. When is this genuine, authentic love, romantic connection coming in for the collective? January 5th could be significant. The 4th of something, or 4 weeks from now. It could be coming in when you come into this energy of renewal. Or something about renewal, the angel number 10. When is this genuine, authentic love, romantic connection going to come in? So it says you decide for yourself. We got 555, 5555 coming out. So the next 5 days to 5 weeks could be significant. When is this genuine, authentic love, romantic relationship coming in for the collective? Angel number 15 could be significant. Angel number 4. 4 signifies stability. We got a Monday. Fresh starts, honey. Gemini energy out here. 3 weeks to 3 months. We did talk about that. We did talk about it. All right, swap ideas. Seek advice is what this says. So, yeah, this is really beautiful. I'm excited for you guys. And whomever this message is for, because this is a beautiful thing, and I feel like it's been, like, I feel like you guys deserve this, honestly. Don't let up. Keep moving forward. We about to get the tarot. Keep moving forward, honey. It's gonna be your past version of yourself gonna possibly be trying to hold you back, and people from your past may be trying to hold you back, but you gotta trust in your intuition. 9:55 on the clock. Today is November 22nd. Shout out to my mother. Today is her birthday. May she rest in peace, honey. All right. Yeah, see, this is not going to be something that's hard. This is not going to be something, oh, I got to figure out this person. Oh, I got to... I'm telling you, this is going to be... Oh, I just want to cry right now because this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You know, you always hearing about karmic energy. Oh, your ex. Oh, da-da-da. No, nobody want to keep hearing that. But that's the thing. Why you keep hearing it is because that's your energy. That's your reality. But I feel like now you guys are just learning the lessons. You're ascending. You're in your North Node energy. And I feel like change is here. Change within self and therefore outside in your reality. So this is beautiful, and I feel like this is helping you come into your manifestations. So you did the damn thing. Y'all got to give yourself a pat on the back. Nothing is ever too small, okay? You got to celebrate all your accomplishments. But don't forget, keep prioritizing what is important. Make a plan, what it is that you're encouraged to do right now. Some of you guys, maybe you're encouraged to get some mental rest in. Maybe this, maybe that. All right, whatever it is, get it into order. All right, the diets, the spiritual baths, the healing, giving yourself enlightenment about what you go through, whatever it is. Any last messages here with this deck? Look, we got divination. And divination could just be seeking knowledge by supernatural means. Okay, this what I'm doing right here is divination. I'm using oracle cards. Tap in with with whatever shit, whatever we want to know. Any type of knowledge, any type of things that are mysterious to us, things that we can't see, we don't know, right? Some people use cards, crystal balls. Let me see. I got my board right here, which comes with my pendulum. This is my pendulum. Okay. We got the rods. Okay, so all of these are just different forms of divination, right? So maybe you are a divination practitioner. Maybe a divination practitioner is just significant. Okay, maybe some of you guys, you're going to get a reading about this or hear a reading about this or do your own reading about this. Like, it's just whatever in the form of divination may mean to you. All right, any more messages here? Look, abuse. That's what I'm saying. Tomato, tomato. But it's okay. People misused you. They treated you in a cruel or violently way. And this, especially if it was like regularly or repeated. You know what I'm saying? That's really messed up for real. And God knows what type of stuff y'all was going through. That's why y'all experienced mental and emotional abuse. Some of y'all, this was from your own dad. Your own people who you had kids by, for real. A lot of y'all, this was just more than one person. You know what I'm saying? They stole from you so much that you started operating this energy of whack. Maybe some of you guys, you're experiencing poverty. You could be poor. But this is all 3D plane shit, and this is temporary. Do you not know who you are? A lot of times, us being in certain energy, it's not happening to you before you. Sometimes we put ourselves here. You know, we give ourselves karma about what we do or don't do. Some of y'all, you just didn't see clearly. That's how the snake bit you. But now, you got your grass cut. Now you got your grass cut. I'm going to need you to keep it cut, okay? Now these people are going to be going through exactly what they put you through. They're going to have to pay that back in blood, tears, finance, whatever it is. Some of these people going to be houseless and lacking material or financial aspects or things. Look, health concern. Illness. This could be you or it could be other people. Like I said, the health concern, it could be depression. It could be anything like that. It can also be temporary. If this is people outside of you, they're going to have some type of health scare. They're going to be in the hospital. They're going to have some type of illness. This is going to affect them, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual. Some of y'all, once again, you could be going through spiritual, like ascensions, like spirit. I can't even think. Some of these people most definitely was doing some type of chaos magic, confusion, illusion, manipulation, gaslighting. Y'all literally been in narcissistic energies and connections. Did y'all know that's what they be talking about? You be around this energy and you thinking, oh, I'm good, I got it. Whole time, this is killing you. It's messing with your mental. You're literally in the fire. You can't heal in fire. That's why some of you guys will be moving. Some of you guys could be experiencing stomach pains, headaches, the cold or flu, anxiety, back pain, infections, or this is going to be other people. So when you see them going through this, remind yourself like, oh, so this the motherfucker, this the one. Some of y'all, you already know these people. You don't need proof from them going through certain things. You already know who the people who did you dirty. So don't let up off nobody's neck. Keep moving forward. You don't got to fight fire with fire. God handling everything for you. You just continue to move forward in your life. See, people was over here creating lies and slander and defamation. You could have sued people for defamation of character. Shit, some of y'all, you could have had some type of court or legal situations going on, or you could have it going on. But people was out here, look, creating a false narrative. Telling people in their ear who you are, what you are. And it was false. It was false. But like I said, y'all are going to be receiving karma, like I said. And this is good karma. And they're going to be receiving bad karma. And you're going to be really surprised. You will surprised from things that happen in a hurtful way. But you're going to be surprised in a tears of joy way. In a, oh my gosh, I love my life type of way. So they think you're going to stay in this energy. They think you're going to stay in this energy. I'm seeing, baby, you're going to go from this to this. Yeah. 8. Collective 8. I'm telling you. Wow. Look at the shift. And it's all because you're moving forward. Therefore, these people can't continue to put you back in this energy. You're learning the lessons. You ain't finna keep allowing yourself to go through this. You dealing with people who, they break everything they touch. Only reason why you kept putting up with stuff was because you was confused. Because some people you thought, like maybe you had old belief systems. Maybe you grew up religious and you was told God first, family second. Like whatever it may have been. Maybe you had people who showed up as in karmic energy, but they also came up as a person who was being nice to you or whatever the case may be. So some of y'all, you was confused for real. But you a whole earth angel. You a whole star seed. You treated people nicely. You loved people. And you don't have shit. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. Why you cut them off. Why you moving forward. People knew exactly who you were. It was no false mask. They were the ones with the false mask. So maybe this taught you to not expect anything from certain people. To not expect you out of other people. Especially after they already showed you their true colors. People over here trying to manipulate and control things and control you. You're not powerful enough, babe. Exactly. God got to say so. The highest power. And God is calling judgment. And God is within you. And you are calling judgment. You're a person of divinity. They can't be playing with no chosen one. Touch not my anointed, right? God gonna show them better than they can tell them. That's why you're attracting a soulmate. Because you're ascending. Literally ascending. They thought something was going to be permanent for you. They thought maybe this pain, etc., would last, because they still show up 50-some years old, 60-some years old, 80-some years old, shit, 20-some years or whatever, as these, but nah. You ain't no goddamn puppet on a string. And these people most definitely getting karma handed to their ass times 1,000, because they didn't know how to stop. They didn't know how to change their ways. They didn't know how to be better. And a lot of them did know, but I'm just saying, they didn't. They didn't change. They didn't be better. They knew that you were somebody who would trust, who was the real deal, and they still showed up and acted the goddamn fool. A lot of y'all, this is close to home. This was people of your own community. I'm telling you, it be the ones close to you. The dog and the goddamn cat. The aunts, the cousins, the brothers, the uncles, the grandparents, mom, dad, siblings, everybody. A house could be significant. Maybe some of y'all going through a probate situations or divorces or whatever, but I'm seeing stability or a home is significant. Y'all are attracting a stable community. Y'all are attracting, like, it's literally giving soul tribe. Some of you guys, this is not blood related, but soul based, literally in alignment, because all of these individuals, star seeds, earth angels, just like you. See, the people who maybe you were born into a family, you related by blood, whatever, people who you chose, connected with, whatever, they weren't in this energy that you were in. So that's why it had to be dismantled and shaken up, because you weren't building on solid foundation, and a lot of people were impersonating good energy. It was a group of people. But I feel like now, like I said, there's a lot of change happening. So instead of that false negative energy, you're attracting a shifted version, a healthier relationships. And this is not just one person, not just two people. This is not just man or just woman. This is any and everyone. Animals, children, adults, whether it's you having your own kids because you're breaking the generational curses. So you also are birthing these beautiful energies. Or maybe you do adoption. Just take the message how it resonate. But you coming up as a queen of wands. Some of you guys could be single, sexy, and successful. Confident within self, or building this confidence even more as well. Like, you're literally becoming whole and stable. You're creating a solid foundation within self. You ain't no goddamn Jezebel. Maybe some of y'all, you had this Jezebel spirit attached to you, but that wasn't your authentic self. Maybe you picked that up because, like I said, you didn't connect with people who were in lustful energy. Now all of a sudden you lustful. You didn't went through trauma and all this stuff from paternal relationships, friendships, romance, and all this other stuff, you know? So be gentle with yourself. You know who you are. Don't forget that. Look, Queen of Pentacles now. I'm telling y'all coming up as the Empress. And the Emperor. You're balancing out divine masculine and divine feminine. And you're also attracting other people who's balanced these things out. So you're coming into alignment with self, the union of self, and also with others. Prosperous, disciplined. Exactly. You could be somebody who's disciplined with finances. You could be somebody who's a nurturer, a creator. Like I said, whether it's emotionally, whether it's within the physical plane, that's just you. You're a nurse, a pet off the streets. Doctor somebody into good health. You ain't even got no damn master's degree. You know what I'm saying? You could care about the emotional issues, etc. of people. But see, you was around a bunch of people who didn't really give a fuck. They weren't really appreciative of this energy. Maybe they thought that that they could just keep on siphoning your energy, taking up your energy, and you was just gonna keep dealing with it. Whole time you dipped out. And now you in this energy of being unbothered. You gave people chances. You gave them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? You was left. They tried to leave you behind. What's that saying? Oh, you tried to shit on me. Excuse my language, but nah. Anybody who you put first, who you chose, and they didn't choose you, and they left you on the cold, or you felt abandoned, or whatever, you're now leaving these people behind. But guess what? It's not called abandonment on your end. Yep. Y'all was deserted, left, abandoned. Some of y'all probably could sense that this was going to happen, that certain connections wasn't going to be around. So you're like, you know what? Let me do the honors. Let me trust my intuition with this. Let me stop putting all my eggs in one basket. Being in this energy has allowed me to pull back and really use my discernment. 10:10 on the clock. Welcome in, everybody. This is a collective. If you're wanting to get on the list is open. Nobody is currently on the list. Now these people obsessed, thinking about you. Can't get you out their mind, honey. I'm telling you. Maybe some of y'all were in this energy. Like I said, y'all experienced times of worry, stress, fear. You didn't deserve that. But see, this is when we take our own accountability and we realize, wait, hold the hell up. I'm being a people pleaser. I'm not seeing my worth for real. I'm not really in the energy where I really know who I am just yet. But guess what? Now you do. And that's why motherfuckers are being blocked. No access. No access. Some of these people know you about to come into some money, and they worried as hell. You've been protected regardless. See, people try to emotionally manipulate you, whether it was out of love or hate. This love spell energy, they didn't need no candles or no fire for this either. Some of them probably did do a love spell, but for others, this could have just been emotional manipulation. Like, oh, they gonna cry. Oh, they gonna come off like, oh, I'm hurt. But whether it was in the form of love or in the form of hate, they emotionally manipulated you. Look, the devil. That's because the reason why a lot of these things was happening because you guys still needed to do the shadow work. You guys was literally seeing the toxicity, seeing the low vibrations, but you were still indulging. You were still connected. That's probably when you had to sit down somewhere and start really working on yourself. These people are still in that energy. Even when you leave their energy, they're still going to be in that energy. So you was going to be waiting and waiting and waiting until you couldn't wait no more. That's just what it was. That's just what it was. And now you just couldn't wait no more. You didn't effed around and loved yourself. Effed around and noticed your worth. Effed around and came into an awakening and gained clarity. No longer confused.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm going, ain't sure the thing good. Ain't sure nothing else.
Yeah.
10 years old, what?
Confirm this Two of Swords. Yep. Operating in this quick energy. But there was red flags. So stand your ground. People are possibly going to be trying to come towards you with the quickness. Maybe you're going to have this passion to go towards certain things. But trust in your intuition. Don't lie to yourself. Face these truths. Stop living in potential and wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is fine, but see the reality of things. Because there's a decision that needs to be made and you need to pay attention to the red flags. It says stop, don't cross, going within, considering options, decisions, a clear warning, So this could have even been outside of your energy. Like maybe a lot of these people got a clear ass warning, but they continued to move forward with speed at that. And some of y'all, this was you. There was red flags and you continued to pursue a situation, and that's when you ended up hurt drastically. Rock bottom. Any more messages about this Knight of Wands, Two of Swords energy? Look, this is time to love, emotions, relationships. Even new love as well for some of y'all. Maybe some of y'all were thinking small. Maybe this postponed something. Maybe you lacked some type of foresight. Maybe some of y'all, your intuition was a little blocked, or you couldn't see as far. If you would have opened your eyes, you would have seen that this wasn't going to go that far. I'm seeing returning home. Shit, some of y'all thought this was going to be a fresh start, happily ever after. Y'all was like, this is it. Whole time, wasn't it at all. Was not it, honey. And you messed around and broke your own goddamn heart. But it's okay. That's okay. You operated from your heart space. Nothing wrong with that. But I feel like you have now learned the lesson to not wear your heart on your sleeve and to not expect that everybody is going to be just as kind, as loving as you. You're somebody that's responsible, protective, a defender, patient, loyal. You take your time with things. Maybe I was dealing with people who rushed in. Or maybe you just weren't operating as your true self, because maybe you thought that this, whatever this was for you. But it actually was the complete opposite. But it's okay, because, hey, if you knew better, you would have done better. And apparently you didn't. And that left space for you to learn a lesson. Lessons are just as grand as blessings. It is what it is. We've had many of them. There's no such thing as failure. Okay? So you didn't fail at anything. Mistakes could be a thing. Like, oh, okay, I got bruised. Now I know better. Now I know what to do, what not to do. Yeah, Hermit and the Devil. Y'all was literally pulled towards solitude from these energies. It's crazy how some of y'all, you was going in doing the reflecting or encouraged to, and these individuals, they weren't even operating in that space. They were still operating in this energy. That's why y'all encouraged to stand your ground. Even if you may feel alone, not supported, stand your ground no matter who on the opposite end. Because they on the opposite end for a reason. You can stand on your own 10 toes anyway. You got to remember that the divine is always backing you up. You didn't have the support in the physical realm. You didn't have this and that. Don't worry, it'll come eventually. But see, this ain't do nothing but strengthen your character. This ain't do nothing but help you realize just how strong you were. Now, what's that saying? They was like, this didn't break anything, but it fixed my vision. Whatever the saying is, this just fixed your vision, honey. Maybe you was off drifting into a whole nother version of yourself and a whole different destiny. Right? Maybe that's what the destiny swap energy was also referring to. Now you back in alignment with, with this version of yourself that you meant in this life that you meant to go down. Now you coming into these more divinely and healthy relationships. Wow. So yeah, you learned your lesson about rushing into things and operating from illusion and not really giving things time. Keep on being patient with things. Slow and steady wins the race. But justice is being served. And if you got a court case situation, you are going to win that case. Because guess what? Motherfuckers didn't play fair. Excuse my language. People was out here doing magic. They was out here in low vibrational energy. And you was out here being honest, truthful. They weren't doing that. That's why good things are going to happen for you. Because if you are the good things. A lot of times people didn't realize you came into their life And you were a gift to the world. You are a gift to the world. And these people cause you to become mentally and emotionally unstable. And once again, we're not going to point the finger and da-da-da, but at the same time, we are going to state the fucking facts. Because I know some of y'all hear about, you know, pointing the finger is never learning a lesson. Some of y'all may have come across that. But nah, we point fingers around this bitch. Okay? We feeding our inner child. We healing our inner child. We reparenting our inner child. Ain't no, shh, keep it quiet. Don't, nah. Collective's throat chakra is open. They're stating facts. Ain't no such thing as apportioning blame when you stating facts and you speaking your truth. Any more messages here for the collective? Look, justice. I'm telling you, this is a time of receiving, reaping what you have sown, and I promise you that's nothing but good. Because you were somebody who reacted with integrity. You were somebody who showed up without a false mask. But all people was doing was spying on you, gossiping. You a person that's intelligent. You could have, even as a child, always liked to learn. So excited about the new ideas and everything you came in, quick to communicate something. For sure. You can have a lot of air placements in your chart, or you could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, and or Aquarius. But I feel like you moving on to calmer waters, mentally and all. Whether you got people with you or not, you moving away from all that low vibrational shit, that toxic shit. And this is exactly the life you deserve and the path that you deserve. That's what's all about co-creating with the universe. Now you co-creating. Look, they go to Five of Pentacles energy. I told you that poverty energy that we just seen. Feeling abandoned, left out in the cold. This is temporary hardship, though. You ain't gonna be here for long. People who was knocking you while you was down. You was already down in the dumps and people still kicking you, stumping you out. You was already dead as hell. You can't, not alive no more. People still, you know what I'm saying? But that's okay. That's okay. I'm seeing success, bliss, new romance. Facts. Facts. Look, you moving forward, anticipating the future. Your ship's coming in. I'm seeing y'all travel. You did this shit by yourself, and you're going to be receiving them blessings by yourself. See, we already know you nice enough to share, but I feel like you have to be in the space and time where you have to actually see who was for you and who was not. And basically, that was every motherfucking body. Take how it resonate. There go the Two of Wands. Planning. Y'all could be looking at the globe right now. Where I want to travel to next? Let me see. I want to go to England. Yes. This is your justice. Doing whatever you want to do. Making your own choices and decisions. See, you decided on if you wanted to stay or leave something. Or you could be doing that right now actively. But this is justice. Make sure you do what's fair to you. Y'all always having grace for others and like all of this other stuff, taking other stuff into consideration. Nobody took you into consideration. They kicked you while you was down. They caused you to be emotionally and mentally unstable. You was in worry and fear and lacking. You would have gave the shirt off your back to people. You would have tore a piece of your, gave them half of your salad, honey. You could have not ate in weeks and breaking bread like, who said? Some of these people is never going to change. And they possibly tried to make you believe that they could or would. I'm telling you, they was impersonating divine energy. But you come on now, you can't impersonate that. See, the wheel is turning, and it's turning in your favor. You may not know what the wheel is going to land on, but regardless of whatever it land on, it's going to be good for you. It's the overall energy, the justice, and yes, this is beautiful. Because guess what? You operated in a beautiful way. You didn't show up in false energy. If you said you was a good person, you was a good person. You didn't impersonate that. You wasn't no evil ass person trying to impersonate good. No, you was the real deal. But you had other people who was doing the complete opposite. That's why things are working out for you. That's why luck is on your side. Because the energy you were in. So you're in this energy of deciding if you want to leave or stay. And I feel like you're gonna dip out. Some of y'all, you've already started the process. I feel like you're moving forward. Your finances may be low right now, but none of that matters because you're the magician and you have all that you need internally and even on the outside, because that's just how it works for a being like you. But this is just temporary. This is just temporary. And if you stuck, just take on a leadership role. Some of y'all, this was encouraging you to actually take some type of, initiate some type of action. See, sometimes you can wish upon a star and manifest, etc. It can work. But sometimes it's encouraging you to actually act. So maybe some of you guys, you literally balancing out spirituality and practicality. Balance most definitely is significant within this collective. Whether it's balancing out the divine and masculine energies, whether it's balancing out the spirituality and practicality, baby, whether it's balancing out the love you give and receive. Like, okay, yeah, I'm going to give this to myself, and I'm still open enough to do this and to do that. Because I feel like naturally, that's just who y'all are. Like with this whole Earth Angel thing, usually Earth Angels are beings who have this mission to dish out love, light, positivity. I just feel like this is just naturally, this was just written. Like, this talks about destiny, karma. The wheel is turning in our favor. This is really excellent. And you probably just dwelling in your negative emotions, not realizing the 2 cups that's still standing up. You just looking at what's knocked over. You got to get out of this energy, baby. You got to stop focusing on this. That door has closed. That chapter has ended, and it was successful. This was a successful ending, honey. This one is no need to be in any regret or anything. You're doing what you meant to do. But look, you still got 2 cups. You still got 2 cups. Something new is coming in the physical world. Some of y'all are getting promotions. You're coming into a new job. Yes, honey. Coming into just brand new energy. You broken up from people. You're in separation from people. And leave it that way, honey. If they not here, they just was never meant to be there. How many times you didn't give these people, the same people, chances? Baby, talk to new people at this point. It's time to, yeah, pour back into yourself and to connect with new energy, honey. You've been there, done that. Step outside of your comfort zone. Stop doing the same shit over. Okay? See the truth. You already seen the truth. See it. You've already experienced the heartbreak. Don't put yourself back in there. Some of y'all, your heartbreak was clouding your vision. This cloudy vision could have caused the heartbreak. Some of y'all still could literally shed some tears about whatever has hurt you. But there's some decisions that need to be made, and maybe it's you in your head about them because maybe it seems stressful, or maybe there's some things that are distracting you. Maybe other people's thoughts, or, your old life and people who used to kick it with, but it's time to remain in alignment with things that are of your values, dreams, goals. Okay? You showing up as resilient. But just because you're resilient, see, that's what they mean by check on your strong friends. Because you see how this person, they just hanging on. Got a bandage over his head. Some of y'all could literally be, you could have band-aids over you, or you could be injured. But you've been resilient through it all. And you have drained energy. Forever blessed. Good night, love. Your energy is drained. Y'all done been beat the hell up emotionally. That's possibly where all the draining energy coming from. Shit. How can you really do this and do that when your emotions and your mental is all out of whack? But you maintained. You strong as hell. Overcame a lot of things. And overcoming a lot of things. And you still will in the future. Literally. We pick up on past, present, and future energy. Your future still look good as fuck. I'm telling you. Balance. I'm seeing 2 different streams of income. These are done, I don't know why I thought of simultaneously, but it's like one is being focused on and then the other. It's not both being at the same time. It's just like balance. Operating in one financial situation while the other one is just sitting here or whatever. And then stop operating in this situation, whatever the case may be. This can also just be back and forth energy. Maybe this was situations that it was just filled with a lot of things just back and forth, up and down, roller coasters. But I feel like y'all was still maintaining. But now it's time to prioritize things. What matters? What should be first on your priority list? What should be second? Anything else, drop it. It don't matter. You creating something stable here. And you're not going to be doing it alone forever. But see, this is personal. So you overcoming a lot of things that people put you through. I'm seeing a chapter closing out. And I'm seeing y'all come into true love connections, and we had talked about it already. So there's levels to things. There's stages to things. And some things it's a process, okay? So just take this moment in time to just heal. Come into rejuvenated energy. Time heals all wounds. But also with the help of you can get there faster. Right? When you actively doing something to help yourself. Like, okay, collective journaling. Collective out here in nature and shit. So you've been very resilient. Some of y'all, you still are literally heartbroken from something. You still literally will cry about it today or could cry about it. Y'all was put in third parties. Y'all was experiencing insomnia, stress, intense anxiety, nightmares. But it's all happening to you for a reason. So it's happening for you, not to you, okay? I'm seeing y'all, this is free spirit, originality, taking a leap of faith, new beginnings, embarking on a journey that you've never embarked on before. I'm seeing purity and innocence. And then within your career or finances, you're going to actually be working with people, and it's not a waste of fucking time. People who you can literally work with in alignment, literally. Networking, learning, teaching. We got 10-10 here again. Wow, 10-10-10. You tried to hold on to things. You tried to take all 15 bags of groceries to the door. I'm going to need you to put down all 14 and carry that one, honey. You got to make it light on yourself. So you carrying things that was not your responsibility. Now you over here with back pain and stress. Because you carrying shit that wasn't yours to carry. You carrying family trauma, issues, etc. You over here still trying to bring your family along and try to change people or just coexist with it. It ain't working, babe. Try something else. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're trying something else this time, which is embarking on a brand new journey that you probably never done before. Now you're going to come into wealth. Now you're breaking generational curses, which I feel like you always been doing. Now you're going to come into happy families. The children going to be happy. This person, that person going to be happy. And that's because you finally put down the burden. You was possibly literally causing the destiny swap. Nobody else, because you was trying to carry on things or take things with you that just was not working. That's like trying to put a penny in the key slot. It ain't gonna turn, babe. You was over here self-sabotaging. But that was just because your intuition was blocked, or you didn't see certain things, or maybe you just didn't know, right? Your subconscious is very significant. Some of y'all, you may even be being strategic at this moment, moving in silence, walking away quietly, sneakily. Y'all had people who was in this energy of being liars, thinking about snaking you, and premeditated shit. Thieves, literally people who stealing from you, trying to steal and getting away with shit whole time. They leaving proof behind. But that tower happened, and guess what? You coming into something more solid. Now you're able to build on solid foundation. Now you're able to move forward. Now you're able to really be happy. Something was illuminated. The truth is here. Some of y'all, I'm seeing pregnancy, marriage. This is beautiful. You was about to have kids in a marriage with somebody who wasn't even the one. Some of y'all, you already did that. It's not happening to you before you. You know, we have free will. Don't beat yourself up about anything. Dealing with people, it was personality and ego clashes and people in competition with you. Like, well, I thought we was on the same team. No, that's because they never was on your team. You looking at them as family and lovers, whole time they're the opposition. You sleeping with the enemy. You thought, oh, well, this person is choosing me and I'm choosing them and da-da-da, they being nice. Or da. That don't mean nothing. That's the false mask. Anybody can try to do that. You got to remember, you create your reality. You didn't have to settle for any of this. You was choosing to settle. And you probably didn't even look at it as settling. You probably, once again, had your heart on your sleeve. And that's why this shit had to come tumbling down. Because it just wasn't meant to. It was meant to be, but it wasn't meant to stay collective. You was meant to learn something and teach something. And that was supposed to be all she wrote. Instead, you tried to perfect. You tried to rebuild. You tried to do this. You tried to... But see, it wasn't no blueprint. And maybe you couldn't recall. Maybe you weren't really tapping in with that stuff. I don't know what the hell was going on. But now, renewal, pouring back into self. This talks about spirituality, positivity. Now you're experiencing a new beginning. The inspiration is here. God is literally handing you some. Maybe God even came through and helped spark something up for you in your own energy. Or this just symbolize a fresh start, new beginnings. You planting them seeds. Be patient. The 5 of Pentacles out here. 6 of Pentacles. Now the 7 of Pentacles. Alignment. Experience the temporary hardships and problems and all this and that. Now the answers and the solutions and everything else is coming in. The lessons are just as grand as blessings. That's where the wisdom was obtained. You felt like you lost the war or whatever, but babe, you really won the battle though. or however you want to say it. If you want to say, oh, feel like you lost the battle, but you really want to war, however you want to say it, you still won at the end of the damn day. Even in a situation where you feel like you lost, because people was preying on you. They was literally in your face, right under your nose, deceiving you. And you couldn't even tell. Sleeping next to a snake, walking right into the lion's den, sitting down, eating lunch. This talks about defeat. Now you're going to be the one defeating motherfuckers. And it's not because you did this out of trickery, out of deception. It's because you chose you and you walked away from things that literally tore you apart. You ain't abandoned no goddamn body. You just stopped abandoning yourself. Don't let people confuse you. And don't confuse yourself, because sometimes y'all still got thoughts somewhere that's trying to play with you. Like, nah, that's not what you're supposed to do. Nah, see why you just gonna cut off your family like that? Ain't nobody else around. You need your fam. You got a dead all that, honey bun. That's when you trust your intuition the most. That's when you gotta trust your intuition the most. Crazy thing is, y'all hella psychic and intuitive. That's the crazy thing. But like I said, there's some love coming in, whether you going towards somebody or they gonna be coming towards you, or y'all just gonna bump into each other. But this is somebody who is emotionally mature, balanced, intelligent. That means they're safe. Could be a mentor and advisor, somebody who literally gives good advice for real. This could be your energy too. I feel like you're just attracting similar people as yourself. Y'all balancing out the heart and the mind. I'm saying it's a lot of balance going on. And I feel like this person is going to be intelligent. You ain't dealing with no low IQ, low EQ people no more. And you can't feel bad. You just connecting with people who are on your level. The crazy thing is, just think about it. Are you really going to still feel bad or do this and do that for people who literally were the opposition? You dealing with alcoholics and abusers, low IQ, low EQ individuals, which is just low intelligence, including low emotional intelligence, therefore emotionally immature. But now I feel like you've changed. Whatever painful situation you went through, and I feel like y'all went through a lot. Something just possibly was the cherry on top eventually, and you just, poof. New collective, new reality. Some of y'all let go and release, or you're encouraged to. What else is there that you need to let go and release? Is it the negative thinking? Is it the comfort zone? That's if you still got something that you need to let go of. This is public recognition. This is success. This is people actually praising you, celebrating you. Not all that fake shit either. Y'all done built this for yourself. Can't nobody say they helped you get there or did anything. And I promise you, you may have people that try to say that. What the hell you do besides give the collective trauma and mistreat them? That's all you did. You ain't do nothing for the collective. You ain't paved no way for them. You ain't get them off their feet. You put them on their ass, if anything. And they have to get their self back on their feet. Anything you did, it was nothing. You didn't do shit. Y'all was all in this mentally restricted energy. This was self-imposed, though. Like I said, that's what I mean by we give ourselves karma. You sitting in this energy, that's because of your own thoughts. Restrictive thoughts, self-limiting beliefs, fears, worries. You just trapping yourself in there. That's why y'all was encouraged to sit down somewhere and get into stillness so that you can come into this shifted perspective. So that you can come into enlightenment. Look, literally, on this long journey that's tied to the physical plane or earthly matters, whether it's prosperity or whatever the case may be, this is the card of time heals all wounds too. And guess what? It ain't gonna take y'all forever to heal though. Some things finna happen real quick. I'm seeing progress quick. Action, quick. Communication, quick. Like, things happening real quick, fast, in a hurry. The next 8 days could be significant. I'm saying quick action, communication, travel. Yeah, y'all need to get away from any and everybody who does not serve you. You can't heal where you constantly get wounded at. You keep getting wounds. That means leaving your family behind. That means moving away out of that toxic home situation. That means stepping out of your comfort zone and letting go of any beliefs that are self-limiting, restrictive, fear-based, alienating you from shit. You gotta let your soul experience what you meant to experience. Don't hold yourself back from things because of fear and worry. That's all in your head. A lot of times, because of what you already went through, is why you even have those fears. See, before, fears weren't holding you back because it didn't exist until you went through things, and now you were scared to go through it again, or now, whatever the case may be. Welcome in. But this is beautiful energy. Look, this is the card that also ties to illusions, confusion, but it's also the dream card, having many, many options. But remember, everything that glitters is not gold. Some of y'all don't know if you seen things and it looked shiny. Maybe temptation got you. Maybe it was sparkling too bright, but it wasn't going to do nothing but bite you, burn you. But y'all have many options. You don't have to settle. You can move on and walk away. Shit, y'all got pushed towards this energy anyway. This is not somebody... Sometimes this is not willingly walking away. This is because you have to. This is because you've emotionally withdrawn and detached. And how does a being that's operating from their heart space even get into this space? Exactly. That's because y'all was connected with the wrong people. And y'all actually do have some type of form of self-respect or whatever, to where you willing to let go of things. Especially if people hindering you, defamation of character, literally mentally defeating you. See, this was some of y'all in this situation, throwing the swords down, walking away, surrendering. And this person just right here, proud, happy. Yeah, I got them. Yeah, I ruined their ass. They my son now. Whole time you bounced back from that. Whole time you was strong. Child, what's that saying? Give the toughest battles to the strongest warriors. Something, honey. Y'all went through some shit. And it was not easy. It was not small. But you got through it. And you're continuing to get through it. And this is your confirmation to keep moving forward. The past is always going to try to keep on knocking on your door. But you got to release it. Because you already been there, done that. And you've seen that there's nothing left for you here. That's why you're moving forward anyway. You got to remember why you're moving forward. Any messages for the collective? Gratitude, gratitude. Thank you. If you guys want to get on the list is open. Look, I'm telling you. Y'all finna be happy as hell. You gonna have some kids. You gonna be getting married. This is a family that you create too. Any more messages here for the collective? It's gonna be a happy ending. I'm telling you, you're gonna love your life so much that you probably gonna be like, damn, I gotta pass away one day. But I don't feel like you will be that messed up about it. I feel like you will probably give yourself enlightenment about death and everything else. And if this is also confirmation to do that, whatever you need to, whatever weaknesses you have that you need to turn into strengths, I advise you to do so. Because I'm seeing good news. I'm seeing a fresh start. You embarking on a new journey. This is pioneering energy. Welcome to the team. All right. 1-10 could be significant. 10-11. 1011, which is what I already said. 101 could be significant. 110. Any more messages for the collective? 3 of Swords, deep emotional pain. Exactly. Tell me more about this deep emotional pain with this Wheel of Fortune coming out. That's what I'm saying. See, look, I'm telling y'all, that frown is about to be turned upside down, honey. Good luck is literally on your side. I'm seeing change, fortune, fate, expansion. And the crazy thing is, y'all experiencing this at your lowest time. You grieving. There's sorrow, depression here, tears. I'm seeing disillusionment, just deep emotional pain. And this literally came from people who you thought were your companion, who you thought were your soulmate, who you thought you were in union with. But now you actually attracted a new partner. And this is somebody who will not cause you pain, trauma, deception, whatever. I'm telling you, you're going to see. You're going to see. If you don't follow me already, make sure you do give me a follow, or you may never see my face again. And if you make sure you give me a follow, let me know. Let me know that what I said happened. I'm telling you. It always happens, honey. It always do. I'm telling y'all gonna come into this. You just in this space and time where you just walking away or encouraged to release what doesn't serve you. See, a lot of times you are already in the energy or you're encouraged to be in it. A lot of times it's talking about your energy or another person. All right, time to move on. It's time to move on, collective, so that you can come into the life that you meant to live and that you deserve to experience. And you're not sick and tired of pain. You're not sick and tired of constantly giving people a chance who turn around and do the same shit. I understand you're this nice ass person and you great. You most definitely give grace. But you gotta think. Okay, you have this thirst for knowledge anyway. You got to use that intelligence. You got to balance it out with your wisdom and your intuition. You don't deserve to keep going through these things. And I feel like you're ready. You're a leader. You're someone who's powerful. You're a person that really gets shit done for real. And you're establishing something, with whether it's within yourself, whether this is a business, whether this is this successful relationship that's coming in. Regardless, I feel like you're doing what you need to do to get there. And for others of you, you already know what you're encouraged to do. And we talked about it. Releasing and walking away from anything that does not serve you. Trusting in that knowledge you have. Balancing it out with your wisdom and your intuition. You ready? You there. The tower moments happen. All of that. But see, things are clearing. Things are clearing. So decide, am I going to stay or am I going to leave? You make that choice, you're going to see the results right then and there. Because see, good shit has already been happening in your life for a minute now. Because the wheel has still always been turning in your favor. But I feel like now you're going to end up doing something different that you was meant to do. And it's in alignment. And it's going to... Oh, look. I split the deck. These cards are literally in alignment 3 and 4. And they were separate from each other. And look. I'm telling you, do that one thing. Boom. Alignment. Blessings. Left to right. Wow. You literally... Man. I can't stretch it enough. Confirmation after confirmation. People who don't believe in divination or this type of stuff, they're gonna look at you upside the head. Man, but I'm telling you, you can't be worried about all that. That's why you gotta connect with people who are not closed-minded and who are not crabs in a bucket. And people who are basically in alignment with you. That's what that Hierophant energy was telling us about as well. Does this serve you or your highest good? Is this in alignment with your dreams, goals, and values, or this new version of yourself? Really, you ain't new to this, you true to this. So the true version of yourself. Is this in alignment with the true version of yourself? I think it is for some of y'all. And for some of y'all, I think the fuck not. People be having animosity, secret animosity. They'll never tell you because they damn, I lost my train of thought just like that. But they scary anyway. It be the people who be barking, but no bite. Words. Okay. During your positive affirmations, things that tie to self-care will be really good. Look, we got Creep. Creep by TLC could be significant. Maybe some of y'all, you in this energy of, like I said, keeping things on a hush, on the low, moving in silence. For others of y'all, this is talking about people's energy. Literally give Creep. Weirdos. But look, everything will be okay. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. Don't worry. Y'all was dealing with people who were in lustful energy. It says, I am addicted to you know what? I'm telling you. There go that obsessed energy again. Just confirmation after confirmation. These already came out in the other spreads. Look how many of these cards that I have. Look. Disgusted. Disgusted. Some of y'all was just disgusted. The name, somebody came in with the name Michael Morris. Maybe some of y'all know people with the name Morris or Michael, or people who have two names that could be, it seems like both names could be a first name. But y'all was disgusted. Any more messages here for the collective? Look, 122. You could be seeing angel number 122. That's what I was encouraged to tell y'all in the beginning of the video. I was like, some of y'all could be seeing 12s. But I ended up just saying 1s, 2s, and then I had mentioned 3s. And I was like, oh, alignment, whatever. But I had picked up on the 12's energy and confirmation. 122. Confirmation also trusting your intuition. Now, 122 ties to spiritual growth, personal growth, manifestation, guidance, progression, and positive change. All right. It also ties to meditate, communicate with guides. All right. And this also ties to can help with spiritual growth. All right. The archangel that usually is in your energy field when it comes to 122 is Archangel Uriel. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, it's spelled, their name is spelled Uriel. This is the angel of wisdom, prophecy, and enlightenment. This archangel is with you to guide and support you. All right, so if you see 122, whether it's 212, 221, whatever way that it is, or even if you don't see the damn number, here it is anyway. Okay. Thank you so much for the gifts and double tapping the follows. I appreciate that. Welcome to the team. Don't forget to give me a follow if you haven't already, or you may never see my face again. All right. We got daddy issues coming out. We got books or novels and out on the road. Y'all can take that how it resonates for you. Be mindful, every message may not be for you. This is a collective. It's not a personal. If you want to get on the list to get your own personal, please let me know, because I will be getting off shortly. All right. Confirmation. I told y'all, powerful union. You coming into a powerful union because you a powerful being, and you also attracting more powerful beings. Any more messages here for the collective? Some of y'all gonna be having, you got your own business, you making business cards. I got you some business cards. This is my mom's business cards. But I made them out of like some oracles. Any more messages here for the collective? These people had issues. Look, student. You the teacher in your life. You the student in your life. Some of y'all could literally be in school. Okay? Remind you past, present, and future energy is significant. Look at this plane as a learning experience, honey. Look, scandal. You or someone else in your energy. Scandal. Look, does not want you around. You're dealing with people who don't even want you around for real. It says an ending that's worth it and necessary. I told you. It's an ending that's worth it and necessary. It may be sad, but give yourself enlightenment to help you feel better. These people just weren't for you. All right. Game systems could be significant. It says PS4, Xbox, etc. Maybe metaphorically, it could just been people who were playing games. Or maybe they actually game or something. Welcome to the team. All right. Losing control. Whether this was your energy or other people. But I feel like y'all are in this energy of gaining control and taming your passion. So this is other people losing control, misplacing anger onto you. It has shit to do with you. Look, separation. Exactly. Some of these people was trying to prevent separation. But nah, babe. This is, I was thinking ordained by God. But this, I'm telling you, this is meant to happen. People trying to even avoid that karma, and they trying to keep you in their life, and they still don't know how to treat you. Bye-bye. Look, loves your energy, but hates you. Love your energy. But don't want you around. And a lot of y'all, this could be talking about separate situations as well. So you could be, this could be genuine. This loves your energy. Y'all going from people who did not want you around to people who's literally going to appreciate you, see your value, and love you. Dead ass. Ain't shit gonna be complicated about it. Excuse my language. Look, y'all was dealing with people who was talking bad about you. That's why this ending is worth it and necessary. That's why y'all separated, whether it's energetically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, physically. Y'all not gonna see this beautiful, powerful union coming. But this has been in the works, honey. You're gonna be out on the road and people gonna be obsessed, blocked, access denied. You're gonna be reading books, minding your business, or whatever you got going on, or gonna have going on. And they ain't gonna be able to reach you. See, some of y'all, you left people behind and then you came back. But I don't see you coming back this time around. Shit, you fed up. You learning lessons. You ascending. That's what happened when you ascend. People gonna be going to jail, or people was criminals. I'm seeing criminal charges. I'm seeing TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Big O, Tinder, just different apps are significant. It say a joke. People trying to tell you what they wouldn't do. I wouldn't do that. Baby, we don't give a damn. This wasn't your vision. This is not your life. If I was you, I most definitely wouldn't do it, because ain't shit gonna work out for you. A male or a man is significant. You are being talked about. A lot of y'all, this is in a good way. For others of y'all, it's in a bad way. We already confirmed it with the other energy. Woman detective. This could be your energy. Maybe you get down to the bottom of shit. Or maybe this could be somebody outside of your energy. Whether they working with you or against you, I'm not sure. We got changed number. You could have changed your number. You unreachable. Look. Wasting time. I told you, these people ain't nothing but a waste of goddamn time. And they have codependency issues. Maybe you even come into some type of codependency issues. I'm telling you, whatever weaknesses you have, make sure you turn them into strengths. Catch flights, not feelings around it. I'm telling you. You got things to do. Places to be. We got checkup. Get a checkup when it comes to your health, where you need to check in with yourself, your mental health, your emotional health, whether this is literally physically checking up, whatever. All right? Some of you guys, you possibly want to go get those checkups already. You in alignment. All right? It says, I can read your mind. This could be how somebody feel. This could be something that was said, but it talks about telepathy. You could be someone who's telepathic. And this new person that's coming in, you may, like, y'all spiritual gifts, like, I feel like you're gonna be really connected. I'm seeing overindulgence, whether this is excessive eating, selfish desires, greedy tendencies, not understanding. Wherever this overindulgence is, something or someone is overindulging in something. It could be you, it could be others. Make sure it's not your energy. And once again, this could even be future energy, something that hasn't happened yet. All right, it says get to know each other. That's that new energy. It says move or relocate soon. Confirmation to move. Your spiritual team got you. Reconciliation. You finna reconnect with somebody from a past life. Designer on the back. Maybe you're a designer. You into fashion, or maybe this could be designer clothes or whatever. But reconciliation is significant. Be mindful of reconciliating with people who you don't need to be reconciling with. Because remember, it's your choice. Sometimes we feel like, oh, yeah, God put this person in my energy. Nah. You are overindulging in something. So confirmation, what is it that you're overindulging in? This came out twice. Okay? You guys, well, this is actually confirmation, because we said you or somebody else is overindulging. But this is confirmation that you are overindulging in something. What confirm you are overindulging in something. Right. Whatever it is, it's a waste of time. Some of y'all, that could have a lot to do with reconciling with somebody. Maybe you have a habit of reconciling with people, and you literally wasting your time. You do that too much. You reconcile too much. Confirm reconciliation. Look, vacation. It's time to get back acquainted with vacation, babe. When the last time y'all went on vacation? It's time to get back in there. Okay. Look. Pay attention to signs. It says, I need time to heal. So pay attention to signs, you guys. In your energy, whether it's your own energy, knowing that you need time to heal when it comes to something, or when this is outside of your energy, pay attention to signs, okay? You have been seeing red flags for some of you guys, or some of y'all, this has encouraged you to be more attentive to people, yourself, and your surroundings. It's just talking about awareness, okay? You could also be receiving messages, and actually have been already. And for a lot of you guys who are looking for an answer and you possibly are confused, you already know the answer. Look deeper. All right. But coming out with that, like I said, is I need time to heal. So this could be your energy, confirmation, or this could be someone else. I only want revenge on my ex. Don't do things because you want to get revenge on an ex. Okay, remember this is confirmation that somebody is only doing something because they want revenge on their ex. This is how they feel. This could have been something that was said. All right. Confirmation, it takes time, you guys. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your healing journey. Travel. Y'all most definitely are going to be traveling, or you're encouraged to travel. All right. On the back, it says change career choice or path. Tell me more about this change career choice or path. What's going on with that? Only take messages that resonate for you. We got steals your ideas. The month January is significant. Anybody born in the month January, like the zodiac signs of that, could be significant. So Aquarius, I think Capricorn, I'm not sure. We got take a different approach. Strengthen what you already know. Some of y'all, you already know something, just strengthen it. Become an expert. Some of you guys could literally be working on things and becoming an expert at certain things. On the back, it says make a difference. I'm seeing a reality change as well. Life is about to be different, okay? And this is going to be in a good way. You're trapped in bad surroundings for some of you guys. There could be bad influences around, toxic habits, illegal activity going on. All right, people who have street mentality, whatever, but you're trapped in bad situations or surroundings. So that's why a lot of you guys were encouraged to move or relocate. Exactly. This could be things that triggers you. Like I said, you can't heal in the midst of fire. Side note, triggers could just be a thing. Whether it's anxiety, a memory, a place, a car, a name pops up, there's triggers. Maybe you can even trigger people. They hear your name, they get triggered. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Their perception of you is has nothing to do with you. People can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. And a lot of people haven't even went in and dealt with them damn demons and shadows, honey. That's why they show up in this energy. Repetitive. Same shit, different day. All right? Or confirmation, something could be repetitive. All right? Significant times and dates are birthdays, birth time. If you were born, May 18 on 8:27 p.m. You know, that's just significant for some of you guys. Death dates could be significant. So birth times, death dates, and birthdays could be significant. And this could mean in any way, whether it's tied to astrology charts, birth charts, or whether it's tied to something happening on that day or that day just being specific. All right, we got single coming out. Angel number 1 could be significant. We already know 1 can tie to new beginnings, fresh starts, amongst other things. But this can also be based on relationship status. And we already picked up on some of you guys. You have this Queen of Wands energy. You're in this single, sexy, successful energy. And you could be attracted to another individual as such. 111 is what somebody said in the comments. We got 11:13 p.m. where I'm at. And we got 13.2K likes. There go that 1, 2, 3 I was telling y'all about. We got 22 people in here. What's going on? What's going on? All right. Untrustworthy. Can't trust them. Can't trust it. Can't trust them. That's why you're encouraged to disengage. Especially if you feel uncomfortable. Your body gonna tell you. Something seems off. All right, you're encouraged to remove, separate, or release anything that seems off, uncomfortable, because it's untrustworthy. Can't trust it. It says involuntary, without will or against one's will. We already talked about the manipulation, people trying to play God, or people who possibly trying to get you to do things you don't want to do. We got indirect here. Remember, you are the main character of your story. Stop tucking your tail between your legs and show them who the real beast is, babe. All right, we got blame game. That's all people do is apportion blame. They have no accountability, but they gonna point the finger. See, these were people who were seeing you as a convenient lover or friend or whatever. This is somebody who's not a real friend. They like, oh shit, they got designer. Oh shit, they got clout. Oh, they got this. Bet. Twitter could be significant. Birds. Bodak Yellow song by Cardi B is significant. All right, we got Empress energy at the bottom. Told y'all. Got that Empress energy. Balancing out with the divine masculine. That's why things are coming towards you. You have this very magnetic energy. It says allure, attractive. All right. On the back, if you've been looking for a sign, this says this is your sign. I see party/fun. It says have or remain confident and keep the faith. So have or remain confident and keep the faith. On the back, it says a miracle is going to happen. Be resilient. Remain strong. You got this. And it says you are supported. STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, are significant. Pregnancy. Somebody could be with child. A newborn is significant. There go that party or fun energy that came out. And then we got indulgence on the back. This is a time of celebrations, enjoying yourself, meeting new people. Okay. Step into that unknown. Some of y'all, I'm seeing a vacation. Watch your surroundings. Watch your back. No need to get scared. You are naturally protected. Just be aware. Be attentive. Okay? And then look, the cards that was coming out said enjoy yourself. See what I mean? And this can also be when it comes to enjoying yourself, you know. For example, if you're a drinker, you don't want to overindulge in that because you may not be in your best energy. And I'm not encouraging you guys to drink or anything like that. I prefer you to be sober. But that was an example, okay? It says listen to music. We got I want you. Whether this is a person from the past or a new person. And this is the same card that said get to know each other. So regardless of whoever energy you come into, get to know people. Stop rushing in head first. You see where that has gotten you the first time. You got to get to know people on a soul's level. Give something a year. Give something a year. A year is not that long. A lot of times you're going to see within the first day if you should have people around you. Because they always show some type of red flag. If it's, you know what I'm saying? They always show some type of red flag. If you feel like you've lost something, or if you feel like somebody stole something, this item is not stolen, it's just simply lost. All right, child support is significant. Somebody who's middle-aged could be significant. And it says somebody is ignoring your phone calls. Maybe you were the one who were ignoring phone calls, or maybe this was other individuals. By all means, if this is not your energy and it's somebody else, they were getting their, people were ignoring them. All right, it says, I'd rather play the game than chill or do anything with y'all. Some of y'all, you'd rather just play the game or do this and do that instead of going out with everybody else, instead of seeing what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's because you tried and other people didn't. So eventually you just became uninterested. You're like, baby, I don't care what you're doing, what you got going on. I don't care what's going on for Thanksgiving. I'd rather be in my own crib playing a game or something. I don't blame you, babe. Shit, me too, hell. All right, let's get a card or two from here. This is my What's Poppin' deck. Any messages here for the collective? And I may pull you guys a few of these singles and relationship oracles to see what's blocking you when it comes to love and relationships or whatever the case may be. All right, it says girl or guy of their dreams. You're going to come into connection with the girl or guy of your dreams, and vice versa. You are going to be someone's dream girl, dream guy, and vice versa. On the back, it says, don't own none, don't owe nothing. Confirmation that you owe nobody nothing. You don't owe anyone anything. Not an explanation, not closure, not nothing. Continue to stand your ground with whatever this is. You don't owe nobody shit. Not money, nothing. You paid off your karmic debt. You don't owe nothing. So don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. Don't be worried. Don't be self-sabotaging. You don't owe nobody nothing. All right? Get your emotions in check. Some of you guys could be experiencing anger, depression, anxiety. This is just a card of self-control. All right? It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. All right? But don't sit in these energies and don't allow them to become so potent that it interferes with your life, with your actions. Okay? With anything. And a lot of times don't stoop down to people's level. If you need to remove yourself and whatever, then do that to make it easier. Exactly. On the back it says wants to get under your skin. Literally, you dealing with people who want to get under your skin. That's why y'all being encouraged to get your emotions in check, because people want you to flip out. People want you to say something to them. They ain't got shit to do. Misery loves company. Thank you for the rose. All right. We got shadow work, yoga, inner child healing, chakra balancing, sound healing, nature, journal, meditate. All right. Confirmation. It says you can do this alone, but you won't have to for long. We talked about it. So do it alone. That's fine. Some of y'all, the music industry, you can feel like the music industry calling your name. Maybe you're interested in music or the arts or whatever the case may be. Do whatever you want to do. All right. That's what I had wanted to pull y'all, some self-love oracles. So instead of doing this relationship singles deck, if y'all want to donate, then we can go ahead and do that to see what's blocking you within love or relationships or whatever. Or you can just get a personal and you could specifically ask for this deck. Okay. Examples would be fear of loneliness. Okay. Sex only, mixed signals, hiding feelings. These are cool. So if you want to get them yourself, this is what it's called. What's blocking you? All right, we got lust, not love, and this card says passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in just by good sex, right? So that's what this deck usually talks about or mention. I may pull you a card or two or three from it. I don't know yet. My energy getting drained, so I'm gonna pull y'all some of these self-care oracles. I'm gonna head out. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That song by Alessia Cara, Scars to Your Beautiful, is significant. Don't forget, y'all, listen to music. Listen to music. It's time to move or relocate soon. Create the plans. Do everything. All right? This can help you be more confident when it comes to you actually moving forward with this, whatever action you got. But I'm seeing big changes, opportunities. Any messages for the collective? Any messages for the collective? We got dance. Please do. Okay, don't matter how you dancing, just dance, honey. I don't care if you hitting the robot. All right, it says connect with crystals. Yes, them crystals work. All right, it says sound healing. All right, get you a little sound bowl or go on people accounts who do sound healing. Get into it. All right, sound healing. And see, I like these type of sound bowls. They have the big ones that look like it's rubber or something. Those sound really beautiful. See, I got my metal sound bowl. It creates a certain frequency. So maybe listening to particular sound bowl, sound healing. All right. That's the noise that we really get, or the frequency that we really get from this particular sound bowl right here. But there's many different types of sound healing. And remember, we just got done talking about music. But on this image, they're portraying like literal sound bowls and stuff like that. So maybe like frequency healing, music, tunes could really be beneficial. This is my self-care deck. If y'all want to get this yourself. All right, this is just different forms of self-care that you can do. So for one, dance. Card number 18. 18 could be significant. 8 minus 1 or 8 plus 1 could be significant. Okay, we got connect with crystals, which is number 11. A lot of people look at 11 as a path or a doorway. All right, and I think the sound healing is number 7. I can't tell because that part is like ripped off a bit. But 7-7 could be significant. 177 711. All right, we got read on the back. Remember books and novels that came out? Some of y'all pick up that book, honey. You need to figure out what you like to read. Because some of y'all, you don't be picking up books like that because you don't know what you like to read. I found out that I like non-fictional books where people are telling their stories and everything like that. I think the first book I picked up was by Gabrielle Union. She said we're going to need more wine. No, actually, it was when I was in Galveston and I was in some type of hotel charging my devices because at the time I was living in my vehicle by choice because I was in like this toxic home situation. And I seen some magazines or some papers or something. I picked it up and I seen like a little article where somebody was writing basically about themselves and how they got into the career that they've gotten into. I think they was doing some type of art or something. And it was interesting to read. That's how I knew. Because I was invested. I was reading. I was looking for another page that had similar. I found it, was invested. So that's what helped me really see what I liked. Is at first I thought I was like romantic novels, mystery, etc. I'm sure I dig that for sure still. But that was something that I actually really enjoyed reading. And when I had went to the library outside of the state I live in, I found this Gabrielle Union book. It was titled We're Gonna Need More Wine. And it was cool to read. Next thing you know, I picked up more people's books, and it was just interesting. So maybe you just need to find what you like. All right, figure it out, try different things. See, that happened out the blue in a spontaneous situation. I just picked it up. All right, we got journal coming out. Told y'all the journaling, the meditation, all of that. See, all of these can be different forms to help you. Like the reading books could probably take you like into a whole nother world, right? Journaling, it helps you tap in with your subconscious. It helps you release things. It's really beneficial for real. Even talking out loud with yourself or, doing positive affirmations in the mirror. Like a lot of things are really beneficial, okay? So these things can be a form of self-love. So connect with crystals, do some sound healing, dance, journal, get out into nature, do the shadow work, feed your inner child, reparent your inner child, heal your inner child. All right, any more messages here for the collective? Some of you guys are really needing to check on your health. And remember, STD had came out earlier, so you may have an STD. All right? Stop having sex with people. We got ground yourself. Okay? Ground yourself, honey. This is going to actually help elevate your energy and help you be more in this balanced, peaceful, happy space. All right? On the back of the deck, we got sync with the moon. All right? You can ask ChatGPT, what does sync with the moon mean? Or you can ask yourself, what does it mean? All right? Take the messages that resonate for you, but why not take all messages from self-care? You know, it's self-care. All right, there's no anything about that. All right, so I'll pull you guys 3 cards from the singles and relationship deck. It's basically going to help you clear these blocks to intimacy and true love. So let's go ahead and see what are the 1, 2, and 3 cards for you guys. All right, 12, 12, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. 7, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10. Different angel numbers are very significant for you guys. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, if I haven't said it already. And somebody called out 1, 1, 1 earlier. So all the most popular angel numbers could be really significant for you guys. But 1, 2, 2 did come out earlier. 10, 10, 55, 55. Don't indulge in things that you know is bad for you. The throat or something going on with the nose is significant. Allergies. All right, what's some 3 cards for the collective? All right, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. All right. First card, fear of loneliness. That was the example card we seen earlier. 1123 is significant. 1140, 1131, 311. All right, so it says you stay in bad relationships because you are lonely. Be okay being with yourself. Okay, I'm glad we read these because, yeah, y'all most definitely, we all can use these, huh? It says pent up anger. You have unresolved feelings from your past that makes you resentful towards others. You gotta tend to it. You gotta tend to it. All right, not talking. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. Okay? Let's see. Let's get some more. Any more messages for the collective? And then I'll be getting off of live. So if you guys want to get on the list before I get off, please let me know. If I get off of live by the time you decide that you want to get on the list, you can just DM me. If you never DM me before, it may pop up as a request. All right. I have $10 questions, $50 readings. But if you are a person of low income, you can't afford my prices, no problem. Donations are accepted. Donations are anything that you are able to afford. All right. Once again, if you have not followed me already, make sure you give me a follow or you will never see my face again. If you do enjoy my content, please make sure you check out my other platforms like YouTube, Instagram. I'm trying to get more followers on Instagram. Okay. Any more messages here for the collective? Make sure you guys doing your cleansing, spiritual bath, your sage, your crystals, whatever it is that you do. On the back, we got need rescuing. You are waiting for love to save you, but you must stop waiting and start looking. That reminds me of the time card that had came out earlier, and it was saying stop waiting. Confirmation, you are waiting for love to save you, but you must stop waiting and start looking, okay? On the back of this deck, it says demanding. People can't catch up, I guess. You got high standards, huh? It says you set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding. For those of you who are in a connection with somebody who maybe that's a person that's for you, right? I'm not sure, honey. I'm not sure. See, the cards, they don't talk. They just tell you things. They give you messages. So some of you guys could literally be setting impossible standards for your partner to meet. Now, that doesn't mean that your standards are too high. That means it's impossible for that person to reach. So maybe you should check and see if this person aligns with your goals, values, dreams, etc. Because remember, we choose who we love. Just because you have kids by people, just because you love people, just because y'all got history, don't mean that you have to settle or stay in a connection. Now, if this is something where somebody is healthy for you, etc., and you're just drama king, drama queen, demand, whatever, then okay, take it how it resonates, right? Too attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. All right, so some of y'all are in relationships. Others of you guys, you are not in relationships. And by all means, past, present, and future energy is significant. This is a timeless reading. Okay, today is November 22nd, 2025. So this reading can even resonate December 18th, 2027. Right? So just take the messages how they resonate, okay? We got unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Okay? Last card is confusion. You don't know what you want, so you need clarity before you get involved. All right? That's the messages that I have for you guys. I'll pull a few zodiac signs out and planets. A little of this astrology deck here. What are some messages for the collective? Last bit of messages here for the collective. Make sure you guys stay hydrated. Eat healthy. All right. I know that may look different for everybody. Some people, they feel like meats are still healthy. Some people feel like, nah, just the alkaline diet, eating certain fruits, veggies, nuts, whatever. Okay. Just eat healthy. Do your research. All right. Any messages for the collective? Any messages for the collective? We got Capricorn. You don't have to be a Capricorn, but Capricorns could be significant. We got Mercury. Mercury ties to communication and mentality. Some of you guys can have an earth sign or Capricorn placement in your Mercury. Mercury ties to think, learn, network, and communicate. While Capricorn energy, which is earth energy, ties to ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So you can be encouraged to be in this energy, or you can have these traits or these energies. Okay, now let's see what other zodiac signs and planets are going to be significant. That is my astrology deck. It's called Heavenly Bodies Astrology, the deck. Okay, this is a beautiful deck. All right, and this is called the Barbiri Zodiac Oracle. I may be pronouncing that wrong, so it's spelled Barbieri. Any last messages here for the collective? What's the zodiac signs? What's the planets? What's the zodiac signs? What's the planets? What's the zodiac signs? What's the planets? All right. Look, Mercury again, babe. Some of y'all can have a Mercury in Gemini. Your Gemini is in Mercury. Angel number 15 could be significant. Angel number 3. Angel number 11. Once again, Mercury ties to communications, mentality, network, etc. Now, that Gemini energy is out here. This is the twin energy. Gemini energy is a mutable sign, I believe. It also ties to communication and intelligence. So heavy air energy, child. Heavy air. All right. Usually air energy can signify communication and mental agility. Heavy communication, heavy. Okay, Cancer on the back. All right. Once again, you don't hear a zodiacs, totally fine. I only called out like 2 or 3. I don't even think I mentioned the zodiacs from the tarot spread I had pulled. But Libra, of course, is 1. All right, you can have a Libra moon. Okay, or moon energy is just significant. Moon ties to emotions, feelings. All right, and then we got fire energy. You can have a fire moon, Aries, Sag, or Leo moon. Okay, fire energy. Angel number 23 is there. We got Mars, which ties to action and energy. Okay, so all of these things can mean many things. Associate them in the way that it fits for you. You can also do your own research on what these things may be about. Some of you guys, your human design chart, natal chart, birth chart, whatever chart could be very significant. All right, that's pretty much what I have for you guys. I will see you in the next one. If you want to get on the list to because you need a reading, you want to show your support, Okay, you got a question you need answering, let me know before I get off of live. Don't forget, I also do life coaching, wellness coaching. I am a wise counsel. All right. If you guys cannot afford my prices, donation-based is accepted, which is anything that you are able to afford. All right. Before I get off here, if y'all want to send in some gifts, go ahead at it. If you want to send in any donations, tips, anything to get on the list, you can do so now. If you want to let me know in the chat if you have any advice that you need, it'll be free.com. Just put it in the chat. All right. Other than that, that is the end of the message. This video will be uploaded to my YouTube, so you won't have to worry about if you didn't screen record or whatever the case may be. All right, so this video will be uploaded on my YouTube. I will make sure I have it uploaded before the month is up. I have other videos and stuff that I need to post, so I'm just getting those things in order. But yeah, that was a beautiful read. I wish you guys the best on your journey. You got this. Trust in yourself. And I will see you in the next one. If you send in a payment or you wanted to get on the list but I end the live, don't worry, just message me and I'll give you a private reading. But if you want it online, then we can do it online. But it's pretty much the messages that I have for you guys. I return the collective's energy back to them, and I release my energy back to me with the same energy that I've given out. All right, sending love, light, and all things grand. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your lifetime. Stay safe and dangerous. Okay.